It's 6 o'clock GMT and you are listening to the Starr Breakfast News with me, Obed King Gaglo. Coming up this morning, Parliamentary Monitoring Group urges new majority leadership to build consensus with Minority Caucus to ensure smooth transaction of government business.
And build consensus with colleagues on the other side will also be very useful. And we are looking forward to Mr. Ayariga and his team bringing all of these experiences to bear.
Meanwhile, Minority in Parliament has issued a stern warning to the new leadership of the House if they fail to build consensus.
So I know that you enjoy the rules and you will not allow things to go unattended. But let me quickly remind you, sir, that as a government leader, if you try to introduce more debates, government business will suffer.
And later, residents on Aguna West District urged to prioritize hygiene as cholera cases surges to 11. Details of these and many other stories coming up shortly. Do stay.
Starr News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, MyStar Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Starr 103.5 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Starr 103.5 FM. Starr News. Informed, in depth, in touch.
Grateful for choosing us this morning. Now, Parliamentary Monitoring Group PN Africa has called on the new majority leadership to build consensus with the Minority Caucus to ensure a smooth transaction of government business. This comes after the Boku Central MP Mahama Ayariga officially assumed the reins of leadership of the NDC caucus from the newly sworn-in Finance Minister Dr. Kesel Atuforcing the appointment of the Ejumaku Inyan ACM MP, his deputy Emmanuel Amakofibua, and Majority Chief Whip Kwame Gavin Agboja to ministerial positions created a vacuum in the leadership of the NDC caucus in the House. As a result, the party, in a statement signed by the General Secretary Fifi Fiave Koete, announced their replacement with Mr. Mahama Ayariga taking over as leader of the House, and government business Cape Coast North MP Kweku Rickett-Hagan taking over as deputy majority leader, with South Dai MP Roxy Nelson Echi Dapamokpo handling the majority chief whip position. Also, Ada MP Comfort Doyo Kujo has been elevated from her position as second deputy majority whip to the first deputy whip position, with Bia East MP Richard Ichampon taking over as second deputy majority whip. Shortly after the move, the minority leader and Efutu MP Alexander Penyumakin warned the new leadership that government business will suffer if they don't cooperate.
That over 90% of the issues on this floor are resolved through consensus. There's a few that get into the media is what takes center stage. I pray that we'll build consensus during your tenure. But to the backbenchers and all of us in this 9th Parliament, Honorable Ayariga, the majority leader, is a great debater. He loves his procedure. And let me disclose this. The day we had this hint of he becoming the leader of the House, one of my researchers told me that, leader, your new leader is always true to his law. He loves debate. So get your members to get ready. So I know that you enjoy the rules and you will not allow things to go unattended. But let me quickly remind you, sir, that as a government leader, if you try to introduce more debates, government business will suffer.
Meanwhile, Executive Director of Parliamentary Monitoring Group PN Africa Sami Obeng is urging the new leadership to build consensus with the Minority Caucus to ensure smooth transaction of government business.
Beyond the experience, leading the majority side of Parliament, when your government, your party is in power, means that you also become the leaders of government business. So one's ability to be able to serve as a useful liaison between the executive branch and the legislature will be very useful. But also in this very different kind of parliament we have in this ninth parliament, the supermajority parliament, the ability to build consensus, reach the aisle, and to engage and build consensus with colleagues on the other side will also be very useful. And we are looking forward to Mr. Yarga and his team bringing all of these experiences to bear. It appears to me that they are not too much of overly partisan people who stick to a particular position and will not want to change their stand. Himself, his deputy leader, and the rest of the team, including Honorable Doyo, the other MP, who has also been on there in the leadership front bench for a while. And so she also adds up to providing some form of institutional memory to her colleagues in this front bench. So we expect that they would come to the party well. There is a lot of expectation on them, and that they will play their roles and play them creditably.
Now, away from the vetting in Parliament, the opposition New Patriotic Party has accused the NDC of being behind the recent violent clash in Obuasi, which occurred in sessions of the Anglo Gold Ashanti concession at Obuasi. Speaking at a press conference held in Accra on Thursday, the party's Director of Communications, Richard Ahiagba, called on the Ghana Police Service to investigate the matter thoroughly and ensure that justice is served.
The NDC must take responsibility for this gruesome murder of the 11 or so people that happened in Obuasi. And incidentally, the people that were killed, very painfully, happened to be members of the National Democratic Congress. It is the failure of the NDC leadership, including His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in the legitimate duty of cautioning and advising their people to desist from the lawlessness that has led to the painful loss of lives of these young people. We would like, ladies and gentlemen, to call on the Ghana Police to conduct its investigations and ensure justice is served expeditiously.
Now, in health, the Ghana Health Service in the Aguna West District of the Central Region is grappling with 214 suspected cases of cholera, with 11 cases confirmed so far. The outbreak has claimed the lives of 16 individuals, and 115 others have been infected across various parts of the country in the past month. Authorities are on the high alert and are working to contain the spread. Speaking to Starr News, Municipal Health Director for Aguna West, Bertha Arthur, urged residents to practice good hygiene and seek prompt medical attention.
As we speak now, Aguna West, we have suspected 214 cases. Suspected means that they came with diarrhea and some came with some kind of dehydration and then vomiting. So the signs and symptoms, they presented with the signs and symptoms of cholera. Those are the suspected cases. And we have confirmed 11 of them. It means that out of all the samples that we sent to lab, the lab has certified that 11 of them have the cholera. And as I said, in an outbreak condition, if a district suspects or confirmed one case, if you confirm one case, it's an outbreak. And now we have 11 cases. It means that we are above the outbreak threshold. And it calls for all hands on deck. We are actually in an emergency situation. And we have intensified the education, as I've already outlined. And we are pleading with all stakeholders and everyone to come on board.
And this is how we draw the curtains on this morning's bulletin. Grateful for your time. For more news, log on to starfm.com.gh. My name is Obed King Gaglo. Have a blessed Friday.